here we go. This is the beginner, this is the student. I believe it's a great opportunity for me or for anyone else who have some personal experience or researches, some confidence about results coming from that experience, to share it with the world. And as much as it is good, it's good to share something good. At the beginning, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a normal person like everyone else who like to research about good things. But I am at the beginning a personal instructor for fitness, and as well I'm a certified yoga master. And I do a lot of other things related to martial arts, and I read a lot about nutrition. So I call myself a student. I call myself a beginner. And first of all my other related subjects is really related to health and life and some nutrition styles that might help you to recover and maybe build a stronger immune system. First of all, we are a result of what we eat, so it's very important for us to know what we are eating and when we are eating, and that's of course will reflect on the entire body and brain as well, if they are part of each other's, and reflect healthy mental and physical reflections. As well, the body is the visible soul, and the soul is the invisible body, and whatever we do with our body affects our soul, and the opposite. So basically, whatever we look healthy, it doesn't mean that we are healthy, but sometimes we train a lot and we look musculars and we look glowing with the skin and everything, but this is not necessary to reflect at the end on your health. The immune system basically comes from your digestive system. Digestive system is the stomach and the intestine, small and big one, we call it colon, which has a lot of bacteria. And that bacteria is actually the main place for your microbiome to grow, and we call it immune system. 70% of your immune system strength comes from that area. And in this way, you have to know that eating a lot, eating much often, especially the junk food, will affect that type of bacteria, and at the end of the day you will feel something. But if you are adopted with that type of bad stuff, you will never feel it in once in a day. You will feel it after years later on. It comes in the shape of obesity, or disease like metabolic syndromes, like hypertension, blood sugar, and cholesterol, and a lot of other stuff related to this bad bacteria, and like asthma and other stuff. One thing is very important I want to tell, that the flu usually becomes something natural, and we used to know every season we have couple of times or 3 times. Sometimes they have seasonal people, they have something called seasonal flu, and many people, they just suffer from mucus and coughing often and frequently, coming and going. And this is actually a message, and a clear message, that your body is suffering. There is something wrong in your body. You should stop, you should correct, you should come back to the food and what you're eating, and read it carefully, or if it is like packed, or be careful about what you eat. Okay, so it's very important to know what we eat and when we eat. So number one, we should do eat less, not much, because your body quality as a machine to digest the food will digest it very effectively when you have no food at all. Okay, enzymes and everything else related to stomach acid and acidity, and your ability to digest an empty stomach is much more bigger and higher than the full body of food all the day. So let's say, for example, I started my food, I started my day with an apple. An apple is very easy to digest, it's rich in fiber. I will feel full maybe for 8 hours, no need for sugar, no need for food. This is me, maybe you is different because you're not adapted, but I believe it's fine for most of the people. Again, it's not starch, it's not sugar, it's natural from the nature, which gives you a natural source of energy. Now, when we eat the junk food like starch and sugar and other stuff packed, we call it dead food. That food cannot give you that life. So basically, you consume a lot of energy to digest that food, and at the end of the day, your digestive system, your colon is rich of that remains toxins, which being stored maybe for a week or months, and who knows if you have constipation, that might be a signal of what you eat is not completely digested and stored as toxins. So, in order to increase the good bacteria, the good guys, they are friendly to our immune system. We should first stop eating the junk fast food that helping the bad bacteria to grow. Number two, any type of antibiotics that's medicines like that we call it painkillers, or whatever you're eating medicines. I don't know what kind of disease is everyone having, but it's different. So if you don't have a disease prescribed by a doctor, sometimes you have a headache, you take Panadol. Sometimes you have small symptoms of fever, you rush to the doctor and take some antibiotic. This is, of course, helping with your wrong food to increase the bad guys, because the bad bacteria guys are growing when the good guys are absent. So we need to increase the good bacteria. We need to take the good things that helping the bacteria to grow, and to awaken and make starvation for the bad bacteria, which basically considered as our enemy, our immune system enemy. Okay, so we should eat less often, and if we eat, let's say, we eat something small amount of food, which very nutritious and high in nutrients. We should drink a lot of herbs. We should drink a lot of like smoothies with vegetables that rich in antioxidants. I can't name them now, but there is a lot of things I can tell you about maybe later on about the smoothies that maybe I take in it, and I feel it's good and helping me to detoxify my body every while and often. So we have to know exactly what to eat and when to eat, and one time a day to eat your first meal will be perfect, as I told you before, because your body will be very well prepared with enzymes that are responsible to digest the food very effectively and to absorb all nutrients and minerals responsible for your energy, and as well to reduce the quantity and mass of storage in your belly. And of course, this is one thing. The second thing is to do some type of exercises that during the day, when you are not taking that amount of food high in carbs or starch and sugar, you can invest that time to lose weight through a couple of techniques, like exercising every 3 days, some type of ab workout, some maybe walking for some people who didn't get used for abs workout, and of course to drink a lot of sources from natural source of vitamin C will help you to metabolize your fat and burn that stored energy instead of adding extra energy, and to not consume it and store it as a fat. And of course, when you eat a lot, there is a lot of toxins in your body, and of course, if it is bad stuff, that type of food will be very bad for your health in short or maybe in long term. So after eating, you can relax to stop eating 3 hours prior to bed. This is, we call it first meal, and then your immune system will start to work at night to build and use whatever you have eaten during the day will reflect in your second day energy. Of course, the deep sleep that you adopt through a good environment, or maybe a meditation prior to sleeping, 10 minutes, also will help you to increase the type of deep quality sleep. So you build your immune system again more and more, because the adrenaline, the what do you call it, the pituitary gland is responsible to release melatonin, and melatonin should be working effectively before, like, let's say 10 or before 12 o'clock minimum, to sleep earlier and then to wake up earlier as well as possible. Actually, your body will take rest, so you don't have to worry about putting alarm. Your body will be awakened after a while. You will adapt, and then you wake up exactly on the sunrise, or before sunrise. And this is how you know that your body takes enough time to build the immune system, and to build your body effectively, and without worrying about any other stuff to take to increase your immune system, like artificial things. This is for now. I hope this information is useful. I just like to share it. If you think it's good and it's helpful, please share with your friends, with your families, with your colleagues, and hopefully you can support me so I can continue sharing other things, maybe related to sports and other stuff that I have experience with. Thanks. And this is what I know, and of course there is always somebody knowing better. Thank you very much again. This is the student, this is the beginner, and wish you all the wealth and health and other things. Thank you. Bye bye.